Your last chapter may have been filled with pain, but I believe that your next chapter is going to be filled with love and purpose. Your next chapter is greater than your last chapter. Today, let's talk about being chosen for the next chapter, why your next is now. You know what's up. Turn me up. I mic it up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you're doing well. I want to welcome you to another edition of In the Mix. Yours truly, your host with the most, Dr. Eddie Connor, and it is an honor to welcome you to the show. We got more for you in store for show, and here's what I need you to do. I need you to hit the thumbs up button on this video. Come on, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Hit that like button. Yeah, grow our channel. I'm growing your greatness. Help me to grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. And today we're going to really have a conversation of illumination. But in order to do that, let's drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Let's do that. Let's drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Let's pay the light bills, we say. Yeah. Come on, let's light it up in here. Let's brighten it up. Let's spotlight. Let's highlight. Why? Because we are the light of the world. And today we're going to spotlight and highlight a particular topic entitled Chosen for the Next Chapter. Why your next is now. And here's the thing. We all live to be chosen. Yeah, if you think about it, we all live to be chosen, whether that's chosen for the job, whether that's chosen to play on the team, whether that's chosen for the promotion, whether that is being chosen to say I do to. Yeah, chosen for the relationship or the marriage, whatever the case may be. We all live to be chosen. And here's what I understand. That is, when God has selected you, it doesn't matter who has neglected you. When God has selected you, it doesn't matter who has rejected you. Why? Because rejection is direction. Rejection is redirection. And as someone who is chosen, come on, family, just type I'm chosen. Type I'm chosen. I believe I'm talking to some chosen individuals today. Scripture says you're a chosen priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people. Yeah. Royal priesthood, holy nation, peculiar people, show forth the praise of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light, rather. You're chosen. And because you're chosen, here's what you have to remember. You are a pen in the hand of God. And when you're a pen in the hand of God, not in the hands of other people, but when you are a pen in the hand of God, he now writes your next chapter. He now writes it with love. He now writes it with peace and joy and increase. He now dictates what is going to shift you into another dimension. Need you to understand, despite what you've been through, despite what you've experienced, what happened to you, what you're going through, understand that this is not the end of your story. What you've got to do is you got to flip the page and understand that your next chapter is going to be your best chapter. Got to understand that your next chapter is going to be your best chapter simply because God is writing your next chapter. And when God writes your next chapter, when God writes a new chapter for your life, your test becomes a testimony. Your misery becomes ministry. Your mess becomes a message. Your stumbling block becomes a stepping stone. God uses your setback as a setup for your greatest comeback. He shifts you from grief into grace. He uses your tragedy as strategy to move your life to the next level. Here's what I understand. What I need to ascertain is the fact that small is oftentimes the new big. What we feel is less, God can shift it and create it to be more. I remember my mother had a foot injury not too long ago, maybe a couple years ago or something like that. And the podiatrist said to her, we've got the x-ray here. And the bad news is that you're going to have to be off the foot for a little while. But the good news is that you're in the perfect position to heal. I want to talk to somebody. Listen, your last chapter may have been pain, but your last chapter is actually putting you in the perfect position to move into a greater place of purpose. Your last chapter that had nothing but hurt and pain in it, and despondency, and negativity and depression, now puts you in the perfect position to heal. They broke your heart, but here it is. It gave you a brand new start. Why? Because you are in the perfect position to heal. Something that's on the inside of you is getting ready to be revealed. Greater is coming out of you. Greater is happening for you. Greater is happening to you. And I need you to understand this. Things don't just happen to you, they happen for you. I need you to hear me. Stop getting so down on situations that didn't seem to go right. Stop feeling so bad because XYZ didn't work out the way that you wanted it to work out. Things don't just happen to you, rather they happen for you. Come on, family. Come on, family. Come on. Say it's happening for me. Say it's happening for me. Come on, just type that. It's happening for me. It's positioning you even in the midst of the opposition that's against you. Can't even spell opposition without the word position. Things are not just happening to you, they're happening for you. And so here's what I have to do. I have to create a space in my life and in my mindset to receive revelation in the midst of my situation. I have to do that. I have to understand this, that I'm not chosen to be broken. You're chosen for a turnaround. You're chosen for breakthrough. You're chosen. Even when they wanted to deny you, God defined you. Even when they wanted to reject you, God promoted you and redirected you. And here's what I have to understand, that I never have to chase what I'm chosen to receive. I need you to hear me. You will never have to chase what you're chosen to receive. I need you to really lean in on this. Anything you have to chase is trying to get away. You don't hear me. Let me say it twice because it's also nice. Anything you chase, anything that you have to chase is trying to get away. When you are a blessing, you don't have to chase blessings. Blessings will chase you. You don't have to chase anything. But when you become everything that God wants you to be, when you become everything that God has called you to be, all you have to do is stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. I'm not chasing a blessing. I'm becoming a blessing. And as a result, blessings are going to chase you. I want you to think about this. Where is it in your life where you can become a blessing the most? Is it in your community? Is it at your church? Is it on your job? Is it you caring for the least, the last, the lost, the left out, the overlooked, the underserved, the underrepresented? Is it you getting out of your particular comfort zone? Is it you calling up and asking people, here it is, how can I support you? How can I help you? How can I stand in your stead? How can I be an agent of change in your life? When you become a blessing, blessings are going to chase you as a result. And too many times, we've got too many people with a handout to receive, but not a handout to give. And that's what I love about what we've done at our church. That's what I love about it. We fed 1,281 people, served, clothed, fed 1,281 people since September 25th of this year. Why? Because we're mission minded. Why? Because God gave me a vision for implementation, for outreach, for our Operation Outreach, as we call it. Ooh, Ooh, I get to be a blessing. Ooh, I get to serve other people. Ooh, I get to represent the kingdom. Ooh, I get to do it at TRW, the Remnant Worshipers Church. Family, I want you to join us this coming Sunday. Matter of fact, you don't even got to wait till Sunday. You can join us on Tuesday. Yeah, we stream live. We're also in person, 6 p.m. for prayer, 7 p.m. for Bible study, 10 o'clock a.m. every single Sunday. The Remnant Worshipers Church. You say, well, where is that? I'd love to come. Say less. 20470 Hubble Street. We're saving you a seat. 20470 Hubble Street in the city of Detroit. We are saving you a seat. Check us out on the website as well, trwchurch.org, where we also stream live. You can also get some church merch there as well. We're talking about chosen for the next chapter, why your next is now. Despite what has happened to you, I need you to understand that certain things are happening for you. You were chosen before you were born. And since you were chosen before you were born, here's what you got to do. You got to prepare like you're chosen. Come on, prepare like you're chosen for the promotion. Prepare like you're chosen for the engagement. Prepare like you're chosen for the marriage. Prepare like you're chosen for the relationship. Prepare like you're chosen for that business. Prepare like you're chosen for entrepreneurship. Prepare like you're chosen for graduation. Before anybody called your name, God called you. What did he tell him in Jeremiah? Before I formed you in the belly, I knew you. I ordained you. I developed you. I called you. I created you. I crafted you. When I called you, understand this, that your calling was not a conference call. You were chosen to be the first one in your family to be a millionaire. You were chosen to be the first one in your family to break generational curses. You were chosen to be a change agent. You were chosen because you're anointed. You were chosen because you're called out. You're set apart. You're not like everybody else. You're chosen. And you ought to be grateful that your enemies had nothing to do with you being chosen. You ought to be grateful that other people didn't have a stake in you being chosen, not because they sure would have made sure that you were never chosen. People who don't like you sure would have made sure that you were never chosen. People who are insecure sure would have made sure that you're never chosen. People who didn't want other people to be ingratiated to you simply because of their insecurity too would not want you to be chosen. But here it is. You're chosen for the next chapter. Come on, family. Just type my next is now. Just type that. My next is now. You'll understand that too. You'll understand it better by and by, as we say in church. Here it is. You want to make sure that you join me in our Eagles community, where we unveil to you the whole aspect of, yes, you're chosen, but also what you need to do in place as a result of you being chosen, how you can now prepare for what you are going to elevate into. Go to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. I want you to be a part of my mentorship group. I want you to be a part of how I teach, I coach, I train. I develop you in your speaking gifts. I develop you in your spiritual gifts. I develop you to where you can now develop your books. You can now develop your podcast. You can now develop your businesses. And you don't just do it in a silo. You do it around other team members. Why? Because we understand that your network determines your net worth. Be a part of our Eagles community where we empower you to soar into greater success and greater purpose. Your future is calling you. It's time for you to answer the call. Time for you to answer the call. And you answer that call simply by going to theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button. Fill out the form. I guarantee that you will be transformed. Join us. We got an amazing session coming up this Wednesday evening. Yeah. This coming Wednesday evening, we've got an amazing session coming up. You want to be a part of that. Family, how you watching just In the Mix? How you just watching In the Mix, but you're not a member of In the Mix? Let's do something about that. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video for how to become a member of In the Mix. All you have to do once you click that link, tap that link, you will see that there are 3 options that pop up. VIP, Royalty, OQP. Choose one of those options. And here's what I'm doing. My gift to you is to now give you access to our Eagles, or to our In the Mix area, rather. Yeah, to our In the Mix area. Right? Unlock that. You'll be able to see a lot of footage behind the scenes of what it is that I don't share here in our community service content area. Yeah. So go ahead and do that. We're talking about chosen for the next chapter. Your last chapter may have been filled with sadness, but your next chapters are going to be filled with smiling. Last chapter may have been filled with pain and confusion and heartbreak, but this next chapter, you better believe it, it's going to be filled with healing and joy and peace and love and increase. Yeah, the next part of this show is going to be filled with that too. I want you to stick and stay. More is coming your way. After these messages, trust me, I'll be right back. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays we have TNT Tuesdays. Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in the place at the Remnant Worshipers Church. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Come on, family. I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. We're talking about chosen for the next chapter, why your next is now. I hope you're getting some from this, family. Are you getting some from this? Yeah. Here's what I want you to understand and know and come into the awareness and be cognizant of. That you cannot be discouraged and let a few bad chapters ruin the whole book. I need you to hear me. Don't be discouraged by letting a few bad chapters ruin the whole book. No matter how bad it is, keep on reading, keep on writing, keep on reciting, keep on being a pen in the hand of God. Why? Because when you know the author, you can turn the page. And as you turn the page, you give God praise for what's coming next. Simply because, as his word says, he is the author and the finisher of your faith. Family, just type finish, type finish, type finish. Come on, finish that book. Finish that proposal. Finish that degree. Finish on the vision. Finish the project. Finish the class. Finish crying, woe is me. Finish suffering in silence. Finish being insecure and inconsiderate of other individuals. Finish The complaining and the woe is me and don't nobody like me and life is going to always be this way. Finish quitting. Start one thing and you quit the next day. Finish. Why? Because you're chosen to be a champion. Family, just type champion. Type champion. That's what you are. Type what you are. You're a champion. You're the CEO of your life. You are the chief encouraging officer of your life. What are you saying to you about you? Hear me. What are you saying to you about you? Your words create your world. What you speak into the atmosphere will appear. For many of us, our own conversation with ourselves is so negative, nasty, and toxic. No wonder you talk to other people the way that you talk to them. Like, no wonder you say what you say about other people behind their back and to their face. Because your own conversation with yourself is so negative, is so toxic, is so twisted, that here's what it is. As a man or a woman thinketh in their heart, so are they. And so what flows to you is what flows from you. You got to change your confession about yourself with yourself. Why? Because you're going to continue to get what you say about you to you. Your words create your world. What you speak into the atmosphere will appear. Your future or your funeral is on the tip of your tongue. Scripture says that death and life is in the power of the tongue. So here's what you got to stop doing. Stop letting doubters and cynics and critics and skeptics put a period where God placed a comma. Just because other people said it was the end, it don't matter if it's the end based upon what they say. It's what God says. It's what you say about it. You give too many people too much stake in your life. And as a result of it, here's what you're doing. You're living from the elements of other people. You're living from the deficit of other people as what they've castigated and placed on you. Stop letting doubters and cynics and critics and skeptics put a period where God placed a comma. Here's what I understand. As long as you have a pulse, you have a purpose. If you're not dead, God ain't done. You've been chosen to be a change agent. You've been chosen to be a trendsetter. You've been chosen to be a trailblazer. You've been chosen to be an innovator. You've been chosen to be a mover and a shaker. You've been chosen to be a record breaker. You've been chosen to be a millionaire history maker. You've been chosen to do what's never been done before and go where no one has ever gone before. That's the decree, the declaration, and the mandate on your life. Why live anything contrary to that? Why live anything less than that? Why believe that you can't achieve anything greater than that? Your chosen generation, your royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people. Peculiar people. Why? To show forth the praise of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. That's why we're spotlighting. That's why we're highlighting this particular topic today, chosen for the next chapter. Why? Because you're literally a flashlight to shine in dark times. You're literally a flashlight of faith to shine in dark times. I need you to understand this. You can't decide who chooses you, but you can decide who you choose. Yeah. Choice denotes freedom. You got a free will to make the choices of what it is that you want to in your life. If you knew how that relationship would have played out, you wouldn't have done permanent things in temporary situation. Why? Because doing permanent things in temporary situation oftentimes leaves us with permanent scars. And here's what I understand. The power of choice can not only bring joy, but it can also bring pain. Somebody just had a flashback. Somebody just had a Frankie Beverly and Maze moment. Joy and pain, sunshine and rain. But here's the question. Can you stand the rain? Just because the chapter may not be going the way that I want to right now, here's what I have to do. I got to move from where it is that I am mentally to where God wants me to be. And for some of us, here's what it is. Us being chosen for the next chapter is the fact that we got to rip out the last one. Us being chosen for the next chapter means we got to rip out the last chapter. Don't even leave it there. Because here's the thing. You'll go back and read it. You'll go back and remind yourself of what didn't work and how this was that way. Don't just flip the page. Rip out the page. Come on, family. Just type rip it out. Type rip it out. Type rip it out. Yeah, don't just flip the page, but rip out the page. And hear me. As you rip out the page, say RIP to the past. Yeah, as you RIP the page, say RIP to stinking thinking. RIP to stinking thinking that keeps me soaking and sinking. RIP to low level living. RIP to that which makes you negative and despondent. Come on, say RIP to toxic thinking and vision snipers and emotional squatters. Say RIP to being stagnant, stuck like Chuck in a pickup truck. Say RIP to heartbreak and pain. Say RIP to misery, because misery loves company. Say RIP to scarcity mindset. Come on. Say RIP to it. So you can walk by faith into the next chapter. Why? Because your next chapter is going to be your best chapter. Your next chapter is going to be your best and your blessed chapter. They can talk about you as much as they please, but here's what I understand, that if God be for you, no one can be against you. You've been selected. You've been chosen. You've been elected. You've been ordained for your assignment. And God is going to get the glory out of your story simply because what's next is about to happen now. Come on, family, just type it. Type my next is now. Type my next is now. Yeah, your next is now. Despite what it looks like, your not yet is greater than your right now. Your next is now. Next for the promotion. About to happen now. The assignment, about to happen now. The opportunity is about to happen now. The proposal, God's getting ready. Come on, it's about to happen now. You got to decree it and declare it. I'm one day closer today than I was yesterday. I'm 1 minute closer right now than I was just 60 seconds ago. I'm closer than I've ever been. It's getting ready to happen for me. I'm going to live to see it happen, and it's going to be big. It's getting ready to be mind-blowing. It's getting ready to be mind-altering. It's getting ready to stretch the elasticity of my thinking. It's going to be exceedingly abundantly and above all that I can even ask or think. I'm chosen for the next chapter. My next is now. I believe it's going to happen now. Come on, you got to speak life over your life. You got to speak life over your situation, despite what it looks like. You got to have vision for the future. You got to have vision for implementation. You got to have vision for provision. You got to stop giving up, and you got to start looking up. Quit quitting. Stop stopping. Forward ever, backward never. Let's go. That's what it is. Now is the time. And what I love about the word now is that if you flipped it around, now spells won. You've already won. Yeah, you already won before the race began. Why? Because the race is not given to the swift or to the strong, but it's to the one who endures to the end. If you can endure, you'll be able to lift your hands in victory and say, I've won. I've won yet again. Why? Because God did it again. I'm a pen in the hand of God. Family, this is a great place to sow. Once you sow where you grow, once you sow where you soar. It's not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. And this is just an amazing space and place to be able to give. I believe your giving affects your living. God gives seed to the sower. And I want you to sow into good ground that we have right here on this In the Mix podcast, the In the Mix station, where we give you nothing but inspiration and revelation. You can help our channel to grow. You can help us to take this word and spread it even the more to communities and cities, neighborhoods and nations. You can help us to do that. As a matter of fact, links in the chat, links in the description of this video for how to give, where to give. Cash App, $ Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, Gmail. You know we've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. Come on, we've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. Cash App, $ Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, Gmail. I want you to confirm what you believe your seed is going to do. I want you to confirm what your seed is going to do simply by naming your seed as you sow your seed. Maybe you're naming your seed selected. Maybe you're naming your seed now. Maybe you're naming your seed next. Maybe you're naming your seed next chapter. Maybe you're naming your seed chosen. Hear me. If you weren't chosen, you wouldn't have had so many tears to cry. You wouldn't have cried so many tears for so many years. If you weren't chosen, you wouldn't have almost lost your life to that disease. If you weren't chosen, you wouldn't have been heartbroken. You wouldn't have been maligned when God wanted to assign you. God chose you for such a time as this. That last chapter may have had pressure, but this next chapter is going to have peace. That last chapter, hear me, may have had anxiety, but this next chapter is going to be filled with opportunities. That last chapter, I know you were sick, but this next chapter, you're going to be healed. That next chapter is going to take joy, is going to increase peace, is going to increase your anointing. That next chapter is shifting you into a greater place of prosperity. I want you to sow into your prosperity. I want you to sow into your prosperous future. Cash App, $ Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at Gmail. We've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. I appreciate you. I thank you even the more for your pour. And as you pour into us, I know that God is going to pour even the more right back into you. 30, 60, 100 fold, exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or even think. I declare and decree that it's happening for you speedily, quickly, abundantly, and above all of which you have requested of the Lord. Family, I want you to make sure that you become a member of my Eagles community. It's where we soar into greater success and purpose. We spread your wings to win over and over and over again, mentally, spiritually, socially, emotionally, entrepreneurially. It's going to take you investing in yourself to do that. I want you to go ahead to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. I know I'm talking to at least 2 of you right now who say, listen, I need to be a part of this. I need to be in an amazing space and place with other leaders and individuals and accountability partners who are going to push me out of the nest to take flight. This is your opportunity to take flight right now. Take flight tonight. Take flight right now with us. TheEaglesAcademy.com and join us there. You're watching In the Mix, but I need you to make sure that you're a member of In the Mix. Go ahead right now. Links in the chat, links in the description. Tap that link. And as you do that, you're going to see 3 options: VIP, royalty, OQP. Choose one of those options. You're going to get access to our In the Mix members area. Membership has its privileges. Get behind the scenes. Get what you're not necessarily getting here on another level. This is just the beginners area. In the Mix is the advanced area. The Eagles Academy is the advanced area. Go ahead, do that. Become a member of In the Mix now. Family, did you get something from today's episode? Did this empower you? Did this strengthen you? Did this encourage you? I sure hope so. Let me know. Hit that thumbs up button on this video. If that's the case, hit the like button on this video as a matter of fact, because you're chosen for the next chapter. And the enemy can't do nothing about that. Family, In the Mix is out of time, but y'all know I'm not out of truth. And so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I really do want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix. And we do that. We mix it up right here on the YouTube side. Of course, again, like, comment, share, subscribe. Come on, share this with somebody. Your timeline could be someone's lifeline. I want you to be an electronic evangelist. I want you to be a digital disciple. Let somebody know about today's show. We also mix it up, not just on the YouTube side, but on our sister satellite stations on social media. And so I give you a sincere salute to all of you who are watching us there. But I do want to ask you, are you my friend? Are we locked in? Well, then step this way, step that way. Which way am I talking about? By friending me and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop. At EddieConnorJr. Put a second my name. EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. And yes, I want you to show up because I'm personally inviting you to join me at the church where I am blessed to pastor, the Remnant Worshipers Church in the city of Detroit. Sunday, 10 o'clock a.m. I want you to join me this Sunday, 10 a.m. I'm giving you an advance notice because a church alive is worth the flight of the drive. 10 a.m. this coming Sunday. Join me there. The Remnant Worshipers Church, 20470 Hubble Street. I am saving you a seat. I want to see your face in the place. Also, check us out, trwchurch.org, where you can check out all of our Sunday services, our Bible studies. TNT Tuesday is what we do every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. trwchurch.org. You can also get some church merch there as well. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, don't hesitate. Please reach out to me. Get any of my books on Amazon, theeaglesacademy.com/books to get signed copies. I got 18 books out there. Add me to your library. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, now why would you look any further? You know that I'm the man for the job. So invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session. Let's make some progression. All you got to do is email me to invite me. What is that email? info@eddieconnor.com. And it would be an honor for me to empower you. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family, it's been fun, but you know, really got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure, but I want you, yes, you. I'm talking to you now to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter. Peace and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. It's such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer. on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays, Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in the place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.